Hi everyone, this is Bella, and it's time for the horoscope for December 5th and 6th. First, I want to tell you a little bit about this week. It's a powerful week with a full moon in Gemini in gate 35, opposing the sun in Sagittarius in gate 5. And the moon is going to be conjunct Mars as well. So I'll speak more to you about that in the horoscope of the 7th. We also see here on the chart that we have Mercury and Venus here in gate 11, Sagittarius, in the last degrees of Sagittarius. So this week, they're both going to change signs into Capricorn. Sagittarius is a fire sign and Capricorn is an earth sign. So we might feel some more grounding, but also a bit more of responsibility, a bit more of structure, which is different from when the energy of those closer planets, Mercury and Venus, were in Sagittarius, which is more of that expansive optimism, truth-seeking energy. And we're also going to see, especially the moon, as it's moving around the wheel, and it's going to move, as usual, more than one gate per day, and it takes 2.5 days to go through a sign. So as it's moving, it's going to make different aspects to Neptune and to Jupiter. And that's also going to create some energies that have to do with Jupiter in Aries, that forward movement. Finally, Jupiter has started to go direct after several months when it was retrograding Pisces, and also with the Neptune energy. There is definitely spirituality. There can also be things that have been veiled. It's in gate 36. There can be some crisis, some turbulence as well that is brought to the surface. And definitely when we come to the full moon, we'll see that there is a tension from the Earth and the Sun and the Moon and Mars with Neptune that could probably also make the waters, because Neptune is it has to do with the oceans, and it's the god of the oceans. So here we could see the oceans, whether that's the emotional waters inside of us or the waters of the earth that are moving, and there's a tension there. So that's a little bit of an overview of the week. And now I'm going to speak about each day as its own horoscope. On the 5th, we have the moon in Taurus, where it usually likes to be. It's exalted in Taurus because Taurus is all about comfort and the senses and pleasure and the body. And the moon really likes to be there. It feels nurtured there. However, as it's becoming conjunct with Uranus, which is a very different energy, it's all about the unexpected, the things that are outside the comfort zones, the things that are changing our worldview. When the moon comes there, it feels destabilized. And maybe we have that feeling, we want everything to be stable and comfortable, and then there are many unexpected things that just happen, and that can be good surprises or bad surprises. And also what we can see here, you see there is a red line to Saturn. The square was there 3 times last year, the pull between the old and the new, Uranus being the new, Saturn being the old, and that tension is there between the old and the new. We want maybe comfort and nurturing, but we have those things that suddenly or unexpectedly happen on the 5th. So that can be the energy that the week is starting in. Looking at the Jinky chart, for Monday, we see we have a 2-5 and a 3-5 chart. And that means that we are going to definitely want to trust the body and the vibration of the body. Like the mastery lies in the body on that day. And that is in gate 64 and gate 63. So there is the potential for tapping into imagination, tapping into inquiry, tapping in even to truth as we are trusting our bodies. And when it comes more to the every day, we can say in the 5 and the 35, there can be a certain agitation, a certain hunger, impatience, and connected then to the second line or the third line of the sun and the earth. And I would say here, don't expect too much from the other. And also make sure in the third line that you don't get stuck in kind of that turbulence of the third line, but actually, again, trust your body. In the 5th line of the body, that's what I definitely feel for the 5th, for Monday. When it comes to relationships, there can be a lot of sensitivity. And I think that's connected as well with the moon that isn't really happy. And the moon often speaks about our emotional reality or subjective reality. So I'm going to go right to Tuesday, because this is already Monday afternoon as I'm recording this. So right to the Jinky chart for Tuesday. And here we see we are done with a 3-5 energy, and we are already in a 4-6 chart. So this is the same incarnation cross as Richard Rudd, the cross of consciousness, but it's flipped. So here we have the 5, instead of being the purpose, being the life's work. For a 4-6 profile, what is really important is that you want to be with people that you care about, people that you love, people that you feel in community with. You want to do things that you love. And here you can see in this chart where you have a 4th line, and you have the 35 in the evolution and also the 35 in the EQ, that it's so important to do what you love. You want to be in the midst of, or in the middle of, your own adventure. You want to be the main character, as I say sometimes, in your own life. And that's both when it comes to where you're going to have energy to act and interact, and where are you going to be able to overcome any challenge that's there. Yeah, you want to be in your own adventure. Then you're not going to feel like hungry and agitated. You can see also with the attraction, the 30.2 can sometimes be that one-sidedness. Oh, I'm hungry for this. I want this. I desire this in this relationship, in this now. I don't really care about you. No, it's asking us to really be with the other, have that reciprocity with the other. Super important. And we still have the 64 and the 63 here in the purpose and the radiance. So it's not so much the vibration of the body and the master of the body. It's much more a cellular intuition or a cellular knowing. So here I would say again, there is something with inquiry and imagination, intuition, that maybe we think has to do with our mind, but in the 6th line, it wants us to take it down into the body, into every single cell. What is a cellular inquiry? What is the imagination that happens as you become an artist in each and every cell of your body? I know that might sound a little bit esoteric, but definitely if you have a 6-line body, I do believe that you understand me. And knowing we're going into 6-line reality in 2027, is going to be important to take each and every gate inside the body. And here, because we are speaking still about the activation sequence, I just want to remind you of those keywords. So we are looking at the programming partners of either impatience and hunger, or in the higher frequency, we have patience, timelessness, adventure, and boundlessness. And there is this cross, like you can see, where this opposition between the energy of Sagittarius, which is very much an expansive, optimistic energy, and the energy of Gemini, which is an energy that has to do with communication, with analysis, with being a messenger in how we communicate. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is really fast around the wheel. It speaks to all the other archetypes. So back here to see if there's anything else. We have the SQ in 59. So this started last week. We're asked to look at where's the honesty in relationship? Where is our transparency? Are we creating intimacy, whether that is physical intimacy, emotional intimacy in friendship, in relating? Then we have in the Pearl sequence, the everyday law is speaking about being able to zoom in and zoom out and understand team dynamics. And then the overall law now, what to be focused on, it is universal love and simplicity. So that's overall we can say. And this is going to change because I know that Jupiter, the Pearl, is going to change into the 2nd line soon. So that's going to be another theme. So it's the kind of last part here. We're asked to really simplify, cut out what's not needed. That's always also with the full moon, good to cut out things. Back to the innocence, back to the universal love. And then in our everyday relationship, don't get stuck, be able to zoom in and out, use our curiosity, use our imagination, our ability to always continue to inquire deeper and deeper. And the core wound that we can work with, if this is a day where we feel like shadow work is there for us, the core wound of separation, the core wound of isolation. So here, definitely this again about coming back into the body, feeling the body from the inside, feeling the wisdom of every single cell. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.